Within U.S. military intelligence, Pentagon teams are closely monitoring the developments in South America's defense capabilities. This is not about a new imminent conflict, but rather a quiet reassessment of how changes in Brazil's strategic posture could affect the balance of power in South America and the South Atlantic. For decades, military cooperation between Brazil and the United States followed patterns established after World War II. Bilateral agreements allowed for regular joint exercises, shared officer training, and the supply of equipment. Brazil maintained the status of a major non-NATO ally, which made it easier to access American technology and spare parts. This relationship continued. It contributed to the interoperability of the forces and to regional stability under American influence. This situation began to show cracks in the last 4 years. Political disagreements led to the cancellation of traditional operations, such as Operation Formosa, held annually since 1988, and which in recent editions included American participation. At the same time, Brazil published updates to its central defense documents in November 2025, the National Defense Policy, the National Defense Strategy, and the National Defense White Paper. Decree 12,725 formalized these revisions after public consultation and interministerial work. The new National Defense Strategy then organizes the actions of the armed forces around integrated pillars of development, diplomacy, and defense. It reinforces the priority of technological autonomy in sensitive sectors such as nuclear, cyber, and space. For the Brazilian Navy, the strategy defines 4 main areas of action: national defense, maritime security, naval diplomacy, and support for state actions. The areas of strategic interest were organized and expanded to include the entire equatorial margin, the Rio Grande Rise, and oceanic archipelagos. The protection of the Blue Amazon, with its nearly 5.7 million square kilometers of jurisdictional waters, appears as a central element. With an emphasis on permanent presence, intensified monitoring, and resource defense, these objectives materialize in concrete programs. The project advances with the construction of conventional submarines and the development of the nuclear-powered submarine, designed to operate with greater range and stealth in the South Atlantic. The classic frigate squadron, built with the participation of the national industry, incorporates anti-ship missiles developed in Brazil, such as the Mansup, and integrated air defense systems. These platforms expand the capacity for maritime control and force projection in jurisdictional waters. If you want access to complete analyses with exclusive content that is not released publicly, become a member of the channel for only 7 Rs and 90 R $7.99 per month. In the Brazilian Air Force, the Gripen EF fighter jet program, contracted with Sweden in 2014, has entered its advanced phase of delivery and local production by Embraer. Part of it.
Embraer, parte significativa
of the fleet is assembled on Brazilian soil, with technology transfer that includes integration of emission systems and weaponry. Tests carried out with the Arar Meteor missile demonstrate beyond visual range engagement capability with high performance. This choice of a European supplier with a strong local industrial component represents a diversification compared to previous acquisition standards. The Brazilian Army, meanwhile, is updating its planning under the Force 40 concept. The investments prioritize the integrated border monitoring system, drones for reconnaissance and surveillance, cyber warfare capabilities, and modern artillery systems through 2040. The goal is to boost control over 16,000 plus kilometers of advanced borders.
10.000 quilômetros de fronteira terrestre.
To respond to advanced threats. Pentagon analysts cross-reference this acquisition data with information about exercises, operational doctrines, and relations with countries that threaten American interests. The purchasing patterns show a relative reduction in exclusive reliance on American suppliers for new systems. At the same time, joint exercises with the United States have been interrupted or reduced in scope amid some political pressures and diplomatic clashes. Brazil, in turn, maintains participation in multilateral maneuvers with countries of different alignments, including previous editions of Operation Formosa, which even brought together troops and nations that no longer exist. This combination of elements raises alarms in Washington. Brazil's pursuit of greater technological autonomy and a consolidated naval presence in the South Atlantic is being evaluated today, not only from the perspective of national defense, but also because of the potential impact on American influence in the region. The emphasis on local production systems and diversified partnerships may limit the leverage that the United States has traditionally exercised through suppliers. Brazil through suppliers. The emphasis on systems and on diversified partnerships. Proposal for a new security law and soldiers. Brazilian, which is to guarantee proposal for a new security law. Brazilian population, which is the proposal for a new Brazilian security law. Soldiers. It is one of the reasons Brazil and the United States may deteriorate in the coming months. If you've made it this far and want full access to this analysis, do like our members do. Just become an exclusive member of the channel for only $7 and $90, our $7.99 per month. Just click here on the Become a Member button. Leave your comment below with your opinion about these observations made by the Pentagon. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.